Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Truth and Tensions.
Podcast where real conversations meet little chaos. Okay, maybe a lot of chaos.
We're your hosts, Zoe,
Claire,
Stephanie.
three sisters diving headfirst into life, faith, and everything in between.
from navigating Christianity in a wild, wild world
To unpacking all those awkward, uncomfortable, and downright controversial societal norms.
We're keeping it 100% real, raw, and relatable.
So, grab your favorite drink, pull up a seat at the table, and let's jump into this crazy, beautiful thing we call Truth and Tensions.
Ifi Kote
Hello guys, welcome back to the third episode of Truth and Tensions. Of course, I am Claire and I have with me
Zoe.
Stephanie.
Yup, you guys, I'm so excited to be back. It's a third episode, guys. First of all, I want to say thank you, people. Like, we've seen your comments, we've seen your advice, we've seen the shares, even those people that said that even attacked us, join. We saw everything. Thank you, guys. Like, it's amazing to see what you have to say about episode 1 and episode 2. And in fact, it's bringing back the fire, guys,
Yes,
right?
It's so encouraging. Thank you so much, guys.
Yep. So now we're talking about something else. Drum roll, guys. Drum roll. Our topic is table manners and talking stage. Ta-da! I know that when we had this, like when we picked this topic, we're like, some people will be like, which one's table manners? Like, you know, all those use your fucking knife and all
No
that.
primary school things.
I know, right? But you guys, we're not doing primary school things. So like, we're actually talking about. I'm sure you're wondering, like, why are we putting table manners and talking stages together? But we brought out this topic because it feels like we're losing basic etiquette. Like, I was telling Zoe and Stephanie off the recording that what inspired this topic for me was an encounter I had just the other day with a talking stage. We have to start with that. We have to start with that scenario. But you know what? Before we start with that scenario, let me ask you guys a question. Yeah. Is it still important to have good table manners? Or do we think that is an outdated concept? Like, who really cares about table manners? Like, I mean, what do you guys think?
Table manners are still important. Like, they open doors for you. Some people don't see it as important as, because almost everybody likes to be liberal now. If you have table manners, it looks like you're not being yourself. You want to be wild. Like, being wild is not actually yourself. Like, you just want to do everything you want to do, no manners whatsoever. So table manners are still important, and I feel we should still have it and still preach it.
Yep. Exactly. I agree with that. Table manners are very, very important. Like, it increases your, what would I call it? It increases your chances with the person you are trying to talk to. Yeah. So you cannot just come to me being wild, dirty, all of that without having that table manners. You have to have it. It's very important to me.
Yeah, that's it. Like, table manners and social manners, actually, they're hand in hand, because that's one thing we don't mention. We're not just talking about how to use your fork and your knife and all that. That's not it. Actually, that's not even the basis of the
I think we
conversation.
should actually talk about, like, what's the meaning? What do we mean? What do we mean by table manners? What do we like thinking our mind?
So, like, guys, to better explain this, I'm going to paint a scenario. Like, since we have spoken about, we have laid like the foundation, let's now go like deep into it. Let's talk about social manners. And I'm going to be asking Stephanie and Zoe some questions. So, first of all, what is the rudest thing someone has ever done while you're sharing a meal? Let's talk about the opposite. Okay, let's not make it opposite sex. Let's talk about like girls now. Something that somebody has done. For me, I used to have this ick that time where if I'm eating and someone belch. God, like, I would legit not eat that food anymore. Like, it used to irritate my spirits. Like, it's as if you threw up inside my food. I cannot eat it. That's one ick that I don't like. So for you guys, what's it?
Okay, when someone passes their hand over my food, or when you're serving me and then you're speaking, like you're talking while holding my plate of food, I don't like it. I feel like you're going to, like, is this spice? We are going to talk into my food.
Spice
And
it
then-
with space.
Yes, you spice it, yes. And then the one of passing your hands over.
Yeah.
Let's say you have something, maybe a lingering dirt on your hand, and then it enters into my food. I don't like it. If I should see it, I will not want to eat that food.
I think man should be like, I'm trying to eat or I'm eating my food and you just come without asking me and you just put your hand in my food, maybe to take my meat or just to, or you're trying to play with me, you're trying to take my food and run away, that kind of thing. No, don't do that with me, please. Yeah.
I like that you said that because it brings me to social manners and my question. And this
Yeah.
is where we're going to merge table manners and talking stages, first date.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask you a question. I feel like Zoe is the person that should ask this question because she's a big lover of small chops. So imagine, you're at a party, this one day now, and they bring small chops, and it's your own now,
Yeah.
and you are eating together. You try to share with someone, and that last piece of small chops at the party, person takes it without asking.
That's happened before.
Because I love small chops, I'm going to be pissed. Like, you should have asked me. Allow me to say no, especially since you know we're both sharing it. Then we might, depending on how close we are, we might actually share the last piece. I'll be like, okay, if it's you, if it's any of you, I'll be like, guy, we're going to share this last piece because me, I want to eat it too. But then you don't just take it like that without.
Because I don't know you.
Exactly, because I don't even know you. So I might not say anything because I don't know you, but then if you're someone I know, I'll actually be like, why did you do that? Shouldn't have done that.
How about you, Stephanie?
I feel like if he's a stranger, I'll just, I won't do anything, but in my mind, I'm not like cursing you, but like I'm so angry in my head, like I'll be pissed. So yeah, I don't think I'll come to you and say, why did you take this? I think I'll just be quiet and just be angry on my own. Then I'll cool off later or something.
Yeah, because aside that, to me, to the same thing, I thought of the same thing too, especially if it's like on a first date. This also ties to my question of, how some people like to, you might go on your first date and let's say the guy is picking your food, or it's girls that do this mostly, like they'll be taking from the guy's food or the guy will be taking from your food. Like in this small chops own, if I don't know you, I'll actually be pissed. Like, it's courtesy. Courtesy demands that, even if you want the last piece, you know what I do? I would usually just wait. I'll be eyeing
Observing it.
I'll be observed. Like, I'm not waiting. If I see that this person is not making move, then I will ask, are you taking the last piece? If you say, no, you can have it, fine. If you say, no, I want it, fine. But then not just that you just carry your hand and take. Now again, another question, guys. This is now going to deal breakers. Still on this talking stage is like first dates. You people go on first dates. Stephanie has already mentioned that she doesn't like people touching her food. Now bear in mind that this is first dates. So are these things like deal breakers, like chewing loudly, like we order food, you ordered yours, I ordered mine. You will not leave your food and be touching mine. Like,
I feel like I won't talk about that. Like, I won't have any issue with that if we had that agreement. Maybe we're just trying to get things differently on the menu and stuff, and we agree that, okay, I'm getting this, you're getting this. We just, taste from each other's food.
Yeah.
Perfect. There's no problem about that. But I don't know. I feel it depends on my connection with you. If I am comfortable enough to let you dip your hand in my food, that's perfect. But like, if it's like somebody that I don't like, or I'm just trying to, I don't know, but like I don't probably like you or something, I'll be pissed though, but I won't say anything in my mind. I don't know.
Some people actually find it as cute still.
No,
depending on how close you are.
Depending on the relationship. So yeah. It's cute when you know the person, but if you don't, I reserve my comment.
Okay, let's go fully now into talking stages and etiquette, because I feel like we're actually getting really lazy when it comes to it. Because is it just me, or it feels like people have become too casual with talking stages, or people are just saying that politeness is overrated. Like, why are you being polite? Do I need to think about all these things? I'm just talking to you now, getting to know each other. Must I pay any mind or any attention to you? What do you guys think?
Politeness is never overrated at all. Even after the talk is there, like forever, like for life, you are supposed to be polite. It's not something you do after some time when you get familiar with someone and then you stop. It's something you should continue. It should be you as a person. Being polite should be you as a person. It should be one of your qualities.
Yeah, like actually, it should be part of you. And speaking of this now fully, let's not even go into the talking stage and etiquette. Now, I had said that there's this scenario that came to mind. That's why I said we're going to talk about this. And now I'm going to share the scenario. So I was coming back home one day from work, and I usually have this habit of just strolling sometimes when I get to my neighborhood, and I'll just walk in listening to music, and I notice that this guy is trying to get my attention. In my mind, I'm like, Omekwe.
Omekwe?
But I'm like, okay, polite, be nice, polite. I mean, being polite now, we're not trying to say that everybody you shine your teeth.
No.
You should have your boundaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're
But at
doing
the same
of it.
time, like, I'm really not one. I don't like to snub people. Like, if at all, I don't.
You are very nice. We all know that.
Yes.
I know, right? They'll say I'm too nice.
Maybe
but-
snob like mad.
We snub you.
So, like, he came and he's like, oh, hi. I'm like, oh, hello. Like, oh, that he used to see me around. I said, oh, really? I don't see you. And then he goes on about how he's an engineer. He just comes sometimes. This is his father's house. And goes on to tell me about how, oh, that he really sees me around, me and my sister. I'm like, you see me? Okay, oh, you see me? And then he goes on and starts talking to me about relationships, how girls of nowadays, all they want is money, but I don't seem that type.
Osigidi.
Me is them. I'm the queen. Me. Who told you?
They raised my forehead and I don't like money.
What do you mean by that?
I said, oh, really? And they talked about how they are just very, very slimy girls, blah, blah, blah.
You're
Now,
slimy
it's
guys.
not even about how he was overspilling, like telling me things that I don't ask for and things that I asked for. It was how no boundaries whatsoever. Like, he wanted to enter me.
Step back.
I wanted to...
I say I have a story like that too. But let's go on.
He wanted to enter me. I wanted to use my fingers and just push him. Go back.
Move back,
Move
sir,
back.
please.
Like, you can talk to me without wanting to enter
like
me.
a man
I don't... Like, I don't know you, fam. Can you move a bit? But each time, like, I will deliberately move to the other side. You keep moving.
Like you should know how
At some point, I had to
give
tell him,
somebody space. Like
do
what's
I know
that?
you? Like,
What to
I
get
just
the body
met you. Like,
language.
don't you realize that this is
Like-
rude? You're trying to talk to me. Like, move back. Stop entering my body. So, like, things like this are part of the etiquette that I feel like people don't have. Like, why are you just met me and you feel the need to want to enter my body to talk to me? Like, you guys, like,
It doesn't
something you
make
said-
any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. And another one is like you feel like you are big or you make yourself seem so big. You introduce yourself to me and you're telling me, oh yes, you are this, you are that, you are the there's this one that met me and he was like, what did he even call himself that time? He's the president, I'll be Prince something. He called his name Prince something. And I'm like, okay, all right. He was entering my body, like, can you move back, sir? Move back. Because he was quite elder, not like elderly, but like he was obviously older. So I'm like trying to, please move back, I beg, give me my space. But he kept coming forward. So I'm like, because you said, oh, you were Prince or your name is Prince, and he was now really talking about how he's a rich man, he has money, he does this, does that. I'm like, so does that mean I should jump? So I should hug you as you're coming to me and I should
just
hug
hug
you? It
it.
doesn't make any sense.
This
guys. We should do
lady-
better. We should actually do better. It doesn't make any
And
sense.
you know, empty vessels make loudest noise.
Like, there was one that also one time he in our estate, like, I was walking and then he stopped me, and the first thing he brought out that time was 11 Pro Max just came out and he put the phone by his
Flash
ear.
it in your face.
And he's
I'm
like,
supposed to jump.
and he's like, hello.
Oh my
How
god,
are
you have
you?
an iPhone!
And then I'm like, open your door, let me enter
Let
inside.
me jump into your
hop in.
car. Rubbish.
Hold up, guy. Like, can you stop
It's never that
Like,
serious.
it's never that serious. Like, why does it feel like it brings this question now, guys? Because it now looks like as if women are expected to have better manners than men. Because
Men are always excused for
yes,
bad,
yes,
for
bad
bad
behavior.
manners.
like, I don't understand how we just met. We need to get to know each other. Where are your manners?
They need to do
when it
better.
comes to first dates, when it comes to even talking on phone, when it comes to addressing someone. Like, you're trying to talk to me and you're like, hey, you, there's one I met too recently, and he's like, he wanted me to hop in, enter the car, and I'm like, I don't know you. This time and age when they're kidnapping people. He said, oh, I live in your estate. I'm like, oh, I don't know you. Don't worry, I can walk.
you.
And then truly, I get to the estate, and I saw him and his friend in the car. And he's like, "It's you." Maybe I was trying.
As
to,
how?
I was
It's
trying
you?
to talk to you, and then he's like, "Oh, I want your number." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't give you my
I
number."
want your number.
He's like, I would have walked out.
He was following me now. He was following me and was saying it, and I'm like, who raised you? Where are your manners?
Who do you think you are?
Like who do you actually think that you are? That you think so? Why does it feel like women are expected to have better manners than men? Why are men not learning?
It doesn't make any sense. Like,
because they've manners and politeness is now looking like a feminine thing, no longer a general thing. Like there's no gender rule when it comes to politeness. Men, women, we're all supposed to be polite.
I think it's even the society thing. Like when you know this part where when a man cheats is normal, or when a man follows women too much, it is normal. But when a woman does the same thing, in fact, they drag her like Jen, like she's not supposed to do that. She's a woman. No, everybody's supposed to. What is gender equality for? We're actually supposed to be the same thing. Like you're not supposed to, have a special attitude for male and have a special attitude for women and female. Exactly. So we have to do better. Honestly, we actually need to do better.
We actually do need to do better because now these things they now judge. It's like they also judge women more harshly.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
When it comes to that, because I can't understand how. Okay, look at how there's some men that are gentlemanly, but in our society they see it as weak. For example,
Simp.
a man will take you, a simp. He will open the door for you, pull out the chair. Basic manners like if he maybe there's this movie I watched and they went on this date and she ordered steak or something and he took the liberty of cutting the steak for her and chopping it.
Exactly.
But Nigerian men bless, so you cannot open the door for yourself. Why should I be doing this for you? Like these are just
except like I feel like if you're a man and you do those kind of things, I hope I want that to be very permanent. Not like you're trying to act to impress me. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it has to be like, oh, that's my behavior. That's what I do normally.
Actually, that should be because some of them actually just do it to impress that first time. And these days, this generation, they think it's old school to do all those kind of things, but it's actually not old school.
Start calling it same
it's
thing.
really, really not old school. Now, let's turn this thing up a bit. So imagine if your talking stage invites you to dinner or makes you pay your share. Do you feel disrespected or is that fair? Still on manners. Like, let's put in that scenario.
You shouldn't invite me and ask me to pay for my share. Like, you invited me here. That means you planned to do something for the both of us or you plan to pay for the bill. So why you would have told me earlier, like you'd have told me, okay, what if I didn't come with any money? What if I didn't plan or budget that? So you would have told me that if this is how you wanted to be, I'll come like this and bring my money or stuff. But you won't just tell me that I'll pop up and come for a date you invited me to and you're expecting me to pay no, it doesn't work that way.
And even if you want to do that, you should let her know. Give her a heads up that, okay, you're going to pay. Then let it be left to her to say, no, I'm not going, or yes, I will go. Just give her a heads up so she can plan on how she's going to do that if she still wants to go out with you.
So you guys, speaking on this bad manners thing, we've been dragging men since. Let's enter women too. So this part of when a woman starts talking to a guy and she starts billing him, there are some that I just see. You are billing a man of like 400,000, like you're billing men like big money, big things.
The one that
it doesn't make any sense now.
The one that I was that was trending that time of, if I'm going on a date with you, you have to
pay for my trend, my shoe, my bag,
my hair, my clothes, my this, my that.
They did not force you to that date. If you don't want to go, don't just go.
There's some outrageous requests that some girls ask for. It is actually really bad.
It's really bad manners.
On that talking stage, like
it's bad manners because why are you just billing someone you just met like that? Don't you have clothes? Don't you have shoes?
Exactly.
Like he's not coming to save you from the money you do not have. He just wants to get to know you.
Exactly.
And then if he likes you that well, he can give you money. But then not that you are billing him. And because I'm going out with you have to give me clothes. You have to buy my shoes for me. You have to pay for my hair. You have to pay for my makeup. Like when you go out on a normal day, like without a guy, who does that for you?
But some girls, like they just feel like the moment they meet a guy, activate hunger mode, like they are hungry.
I bill you in the morning. What's that thing that side that Butch said? I start talking to you in the morning. I bill you in the evening.
That one is just like, that girl. I don't know what she's doing, but that's her business. But it doesn't make any sense. It's really bad manners. We're just here drag. We're just
bad
here
manners.
as if it's not normal.
It is.
If you know you're a girl, listen to it, but stop it. You need to stop it.
That's so ghetto of you.
Yes, like it makes you look so low. Like
You're acting as if you don't have food to eat or you don't have clothes to wear normally. It doesn't make sense. If you don't want to see the guy, then say you don't want to see the guy.
Especially billing outright just like that. You have to be like
there are
a subtle beggar.
There are some billings that will just shock me.
That's why
Just shock me. Like, I think there was one I saw on Insta blog or something. Like, we just started talking and you're billing me of hell 400,000. That's why I mentioned 400,000 before. How would you just bill me like that? Where I just came to talk to you, I'm trying to know you. You're telling me to give you money.
And the worst part is that they don't even size the people they are billing. There's some people that you can look at and you know that, okay, if I bill this guy, he has it.
Afford it.
But then you just bill every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you want to like harm now, sister.
Doesn't make
That does not even
sense.
work. Now, you guys still have to ask because we're talking about talking stage and table manners. So, in all the things we have said, if you're on a date and your guy never says, like the guy or the girl never says thank you, it's not a red flag. Like maybe when you open the door for the person, when you open the car door, you open this thing after the date, the guy or the girl doesn't say thank you, especially if maybe you split the bill. Okay, let's go split the bill.
Why am I say thank you?
But yeah, like the person doesn't act or sound polite. How is that? And yes, there's one I even saw where the girl was like, how can we be having talking stage? You can't even greet. You can't even tell me good morning. You can't even tell me good afternoon.
30 plus.
So like, is that supposed to be like a red flag or a big deal?
Okay, I don't want to call it a red flag directly. For some people, it's an oversight. Maybe you're not used to telling people thanks.
Thank you, yeah.
But then you can just prompt the person maybe like once or twice. And if you see that this person is not ready to inculcate that manners, then it might be a red flag.
It might be a red flag.
Depending on you, Sha. That's
Depending,
your,
yeah. So it's depending, yeah.
Yeah.
But part of why I asked, because I mean, in this, speaking of manners or lack of them, Lagos itself doesn't disappoint because we are in a place where Lagos Chronicles, a lot is happening.
Inferiority complex.
You get like it
one.
feels like that because one, inferiority complex is one because someone was asking too, like if you walk into a space and you see people, or you walk into a space and let's say, okay, I'm in a gathering. You guys, we're all in a gathering, and I walk in and I see you and Stephanie talking to other people. Isn't it right for me to at least say hello to the group before I come and talk to you?
of course.
Drag you out. But you see a case where you walk into a place and you can't even say hello. You just come. Hi, Stephanie.
When that happens, I always try to make eye contact with that person because they're always guys. I'm sorry, not like I'm dragging guys,
No,
but he's
girls do
mostly
that too.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like, but to me, it's mostly guys that do that. Like most of them will just come. Maybe we're everybody's sitting down together and stuff, and you just come like, what's up, guys? How far? And you leave me there, like because you don't know me, you don't want to say hi.
No one say
I used to I'll look at you. I'm like, so I'm small or something like that. I would say it jokingly, but in my mind,
That
I'm
thing
like,
has
you're supposed to have with them in.
This
You're
thing
supposed to have said hi.
This thing has happened between, let me even cast myself. That happened between me and Stephanie. Stephanie beefed me after the encounter because the person did not talk to her.
You guys, I was mad. Like, I was mad. Because how can you imagine, both of us were working together. So as we were working together, her friend came to meet her and he was, talking to her and all of that. This guy he didn't talk to me. And he spoke to her for like hours. And I was just there by her side, by myself.
But maybe he didn't see you.
Now, you know that I've lost weight to the point that nobody can see me again, or I've already turned invisible. I was angry, you guys. I was so pissed. And I didn't even say anything to him, maybe because I didn't care. I was probably very pissed to talk to him at that moment. But anyhow, Sha.
Yeah, but you guys, that's another thing. Please learn how to, once you enter a setting, greet. It's very nice to do that. I know that if you're adding the Lagos factor, Lagosians, I don't know if it's a survival that we are facing. I mean, because we want to survive, everybody is more hung up on survival.
Most Nigerians are rude, actually. Nigerians are actually very rude.
Nigerians no get joy.
You just see someone, like, who is even someone amongst ourselves, be like, guy, fool.
That one is normal. That's
like,
normal.
What's up? Instead of saying, please, can you help me?
I beg.
I beg, stand up, Jerry.
please and thank you has not become optional.
Yes, like
And I also feel like social media and texting have made people lazy too.
over familiarity.
Like they have made people lazy. Especially when they now added this whole voice note thing. Again, talking stage people, we just start talking. Learn to know if I'm interested in voice call or text. Or you will just start talking, you start video calling me.
Video calling, no.
Especially when I just met you.
That's
just
too
yesterday.
private. I will only do that with someone I'm close
Be
to.
calming down. Ask. You ask first. Just be like, oh, what do you prefer? Would you like me to call or would you like me to text? Like,
Whatever.
there should be that question. Speaking of which, talking stages, who do you think should initiate the first conversation? Like,
Whoever
initiate
went there
check-ins.
first.
Like, when they're first.
Yeah, whoever came first, like who approached who exactly.
Who is more
So-
like who had the first interest?
Ex-
But you guys,
Exactly.
don't you also think that it should be mutual? Like, like when I mean check-ins, like, you people should, maybe if he says hello in the morning, you can say hello in the evening.
No,
It depends,
don't
no.
make it a timetable. If you are interested, you will check on someone. This should not be an
Exactly.
issue. If you are interested,
It
check on
depends on
someone.
the time, like
If someone is not doing that, then they are not that interested. That's
yes. If you come to get my number or you're trying to talk to me, okay, sure, you be the one that'll be checking up on me. You be the one that'll be texting me. But if I now get interested in you, exactly, I'll be texting you.
Then you do
What's
it
up?
back.
Hope you're fine. This one, that one, So yeah, that's how it should be. That's how it works.
But because I'm saying that because some people say that energy, some people work with energy.
What's,
Like,
oh God,
if I'm texting you and you're not, I'm always the one always texting. I'm
then you
always the one
stop.
texting.
You stop. It's
not
obvious
that
that
hard.
the person is not interested.
Exactly, it's not that. But some people keep they used to push you. They'll keep on pushing. I'll air your message. You will still be pushing. Oh, you rest now.
There's a
You should really-
consistency for me, man.
you should see already and rest that okay, this person is not interested in this. Stop it.
Okay, so in other words, there's nothing like matching energy in this one. If
No.
you, okay, I actually do agree to that. If you actually like talking to somebody, as long as the person is answering, it's not like as if when you text, the
Yes.
person does not answer you. Because if it's that the person is being rude to you, I believe that if someone is being rude to me,
Block him.
I don't need to be polite to you. If I try to be polite once, twice, and I see that it's not doing anything,
Just respect
you
give
yourself.
back the
And
same energy. And
There are
block
some
back
guys
away.
that are too big. I don't know how to explain it. They feel like they are very, very big. So the moment you like start acting uninterested, they start getting harsh. They start getting so defensive and angry. And I'm like, it's not by force. It's actually not by force. If I don't want, I don't want. You can't force me to want you.
Still on this talking stage, because this is how you know somebody. Talking stage and table manners, If your partner has zero social manners, but then he treats you well, that's a red flag.
you teach him. If it's someone you like you said, he treats you well. I mean, what more? You teach him.
Yeah.
You should be willing to teach your partner. If you are going to be with him, if it's a red flag to you, then you should leave. But if you feel like it's something you can maybe try and change the person for he or her, then you should actually teach the person because you love the person.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That you should teach the person,
Yes,
right?
but I don't know.
It's actually quite
It's
dicey.
hard. Yeah, it's somehow because I don't want to. What if he actually doesn't like it at all? He's not really interested in that kind of
Interested
thing.
in it.
Exactly. So I won't force him to do exactly. So
And
it
then that's a
depends
deal
on
breaker.
it depends on him and me. If I'm comfortable, then fine, no problem. But
If he's ready to learn.
fine. So yeah, that's it.
Like you guys said, like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker. You can actually teach the person, but I want to believe that the person will be comfortable to learn. Because if you're not comfortable to learn, like, social manners are really, really important. It shows how people will receive you, both in relationships, both in the outside world. Like, I
In
cannot
corporate
imagine.
space.
In corporate space.
of
Like,
course.
it's part of what people will see and say, okay, this person is good manners. Even though deep down, it might not be a good person, but just that social manners that you have will like take you a really long way. So that's why I said Lagosians in fact, normally Lagos self will rob you of any manners, because the way people act, you will be wondering, like, imagine somebody bumping into you in traffic or a crowded bus, and instead of the person to turn back and apologize, they will just walk up past. Just move on.
they didn't
That's
hit
so
anybody.
annoying.
Yeah, it's so annoying, honestly.
That's so annoying.
Like, how do you do that? Like, you can't even turn back and say, oh, sorry.
sorry.
Another thing is people who drive fast. recklessly
Oh my God,
when
you
rain
guys,
is falling.
you guys, I need to share my story. There was a day this exactly happened to me. There was a day I was going to work because I mean, if you're driving, why are you being wicked? You don't need to be wicked. It was raining. You should know that you're not the only one. You're not the only one that has a car. People to have cars, but they decide to walk. People like me now have a car, and I just wanted to walk. I mean, so jokes apart, I was actually going to work. So I was about to cross the road and it was raining heavily. You guys, this car just passed. Like the way he drove, he now really splashed water on my whole body. I cried that day. It was really, really painful because there's nothing I could have done because the guy had gone. There's nothing I could have done. Maybe stone his glass or something. Because, God, that day I was really down because I was already suffering with the whole muddy road, the rain.
And then he now did that.
You guys should do better.
That's thing about manners too. Like, and some people argue that probably he did not know.
It's a lie. You know it's raining.
Uncle, it's
You won't
raining.
be-
Like,
you won't
you
be
need to be
speeding
careful.
like that.
You wouldn't like it if someone should do that to you.
Yes.
Is there a polite way to end a talking stage, or do most people just ghost? Because we're talking about being polite now.
Yes.
Is there a polite
That's
way to
another
end a
thing.
talking stage? Say, I'm not
Me, I'm
interested.
guilty of ghosting. I'm sorry. But sometimes I don't know how to do it. I really don't know.
Some people are actually cowards. They don't know how to tell you that we cannot pursue this thing again.
And they just
I'm
ghost you.
no longer interested. So they just reduce how they are speaking to you. Then from there, the other person will get the memo.
Yeah, exactly.
What if the person does not get the memo?
Most of them don't get me.
Most of them don't actually get it because they are still interested, but then you are no longer interested and you just start using the way you're talking to them. That's actually kind of being manipulative to me.
Am I guilty of ghosting? I don't know if I'm guilty. If I ever ghost, I must have told you that I'm not interested, or I must have indicated.
And
Like,
you're still
but you're still pestering me, and then now just a point whereby I have to, because my sisters can tell you that me is before I block you, then
Again, how long should a talking stage last for you to know if you are interested or not?
you know, this thing, if it starts, it will not end. It actually should be a topic on its own, but it's true. How long
Should a talking stage last for you to
feel
know if
like-
you're interested or not?
The first 3 days, I should know. In fact, the first day, I feel like the first day I should know that, okay, this person has sense already. You get to, yeah.
For you to have given the person your number.
First or 3 days, like the first 1 to 3 days.
Well, that's quite dicey. How do you know? Sometimes they can pretend that
Be
they have
mad, I
sense.
know.
But then they don't actually have the sense. But then they don't actually have that sense. Sometimes it happens that way. Like, do you
There's
get?
no handbook to all these things. So
There's actually no
I don't know.
handbook to all these things. So, like, but then there are still some things that will let you know that,
Someone is
something-
interested in
interested enough. But-
pursuing something further.
yes, but then I feel like Max, after 3 months, Max, why are you still doing talking?
Why is it in talking
No,
stage? What
I
are
was
you
gonna say 3 months.
what are you
as well.
saying?
No, like,
What are you
What are
saying
you
in
talking
3
about?
months?
What are we still talking about?
At
So
that
what-
point, you should know if you want to date that person
or not.
Like,
why?
stop wasting each other's time.
Except you want to be friends, though. Except from that.
See, friendship and talking stage are not the same thing. Talking stage is supposed to lead to dating and dating
Yeah.
relationship. Friendship is another thing. Friendship is a for life talking stage.
I know.
Mhm,
That's what I'm
actually.
saying. Like, I'm saying if it's entering 3 months, let's just
Then
be
we're friends,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I'm saying.
And you know that's why most people go. Because how don't you know after 3 months you are still getting to know me, or after 5 months you are still getting to know me? You should be married by now.
Like all those
We
people
took
that said that they're tired of any talking. Any talking stage now, they deal with them. That don't ask me any stupid question now. Don't ask me any
Exactly. I'll
rubbish
just
question
send you a
now, like,
PDF
oh,
of
my
everything
friend,
about
thank you.
me.
Yeah. Because I'm
Finish.
tired of typing, please. Oh my God.
I mean, there's a whole lot to unpack when it comes to table manners and talking stages too. Like, how do both of them blend? Like, guys, I mean, there's a lot to unpack in this particular episode, but I feel like we have passed our limit, so we should just probably stop here, guys. Again, table manners is very, very important. Social manners is equally extremely important between guys and girls. Don't say you like me for who I am. I'm a Nigerian or something. No. Please learn these basic things. They are interwoven. They are one and the same. You can't say that, I have money, so I don't need to have social manners, or I'm a fine girl, then that if you don't like me, that's it. No, that's not it. So guys, we've come to the end of this episode. I do hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. You guys.
I love this. I
Yeah,
love this.
I enjoyed this conversation.
So remember again that Ifi Kote.
Ikolu.
Bye, guys.